expecting 100 Thieves to come out, winning quite a few rounds now. They're on the defense side of Ascent. But this is, don't get it twisted, it's a must-win map for G2. Next up is Bind. So G2, the pressure starts right at the beginning of this match.
I've been going on and on about letting Bind in the pool as a 100 Thieves team. In my opinion, one of the best, I think, currently in America's at it. They just have too many different looks at it.
They've left Bang alone here on site, and G2 trying to call a contact play, and Bang throws that smoke so that it's a one-way just for a moment, swings out with it, and then allows it to settle down as the rest of the G2 players also crumble into dust in that choke point. Rifles up, good bonus round buy here for 100 Thieves. And we know that they're a team that are quite happy to do some kind of aggressive stuff on defense as well. Though, to be fair, we haven't actually seen much of them playing Ascent so far this year.
Oh god, this is about to be so free. Just take off. Alright, let's go. We're the best team in the world.
He can't be getting away with it. I mean, this guy. Here it is, G2. Weapons in their hands now. Gonna push back this bonus round, but Cryo has purchased the operator. Teams, they opt into this. It's unexpected. I'm trying to set him up onto the deep line. At least Boostio will be.
Look at this, just
the drone.
out.
Yeah, just the drone at his back. Cryo was holding the top mid angle, I believe, but now backing away.
And everybody on G2
so
was
brave.
respecting
you
this.
have no way to get out of here, Boostio. You're tagged up and the wall already broken prematurely.
It worked against them.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that the wall didn't have that armor plating on it just stuffed Boostio there. But I'm fine with them taking those level of risks on a round where their economy is not as good. Cryo is still here with the op, and Valen has no smokes. He's just used one.
Cryo's going to be looking to shove them in a locker and maybe just take the lunch money while he's at it. But finally shut down. Needs to make it with that one. Pushing through the available angles is traded out as easily as it's done here. The rifles winning out the day for G2.
They won't necessarily anticipate EU coming around behind, but he's got to get past this turret somehow. Shot down. That'll do it.
That will do it. Doesn't have to worry about that angle. Knows that the player's most likely locked towards the back of the side in the anchoring position. It's going to be a tough clutch if he is going to make it happen now. He needs some nasty shots. Potentially a bit of luck on his side. Dart. It's going to be broken. Spam across the wall angle here, doubled up towards the back of the site. The shock dart is good at least to force the position out wide. It gives him that information. And peace of mind now working forwards, but with the time ticking against him, that spike is starting to become a problem. Deep smoke as well. You got to push into it and force the fight to them, of which G2, they know exactly how to play it.
It's not a bad bonus round for 100 Thieves, except that they lost the operator. That's the real killer here. Cryo would have loved to get that online. It's a game changer as soon as he's able to op. On defense side, his op-in has just looked unbelievably good. To be honest, I mean, even stick a rifle in his hands, he's been fantastic too.
Yeah.
But they managed to secure their economy by putting a judge onto Boostio. And he's playing over towards B main. That's a threat that G2 are going to have to deal with a little.
Real disrespect being showcased here, especially by Asuna. It's a paranoid that's delayed. And Cryo just not feeling empowered enough that he can make the swing, but now just creeping up onto the angle with that dash active. Still, they've lost a player.
The last 3 rounds, Valen has actually been putting a smoke in A main as they take A main control. So I think Asuna there believed that that was fake main pressure because the smoke wasn't used.
And lost
it a little, but Valen is very particularly placing that smoke there at the start of this match.
Yeah, if you're wondering, I do watch it.
This entire series is
even when I don't.
Big test for Valorant. We talk about the IGL v IGL.
Yeah, I got
versus Boostio in this match here.
Watch that one.
You can argue, you play against kyedae, you play against crew, you can almost just adopt the same style of play.
Bro, it's
heavy discipline from G2, punishing the hero players, but 100 Thieves don't really play like that. They have players that pop off, but there's a lot of discipline.
3 AM.
It's been hammered into this team over time, and 100 Thieves now looking like
People got work tomorrow.
Focus very heavily
On a Saturday, on a weekend. I got working on a weekend, like usual. Now don't cooperate me because they strict thing.
Already broke past that initial choke point, wading right into it. Bang just seemingly unaware that that could even be a
Yeah, y'all don't like it that way.
And punished for it. It's a 2v5. Real goal for 100 Thieves here. Surely he's just seeking out the weaponry and maybe saving it into the next tier. But Boostio throws away his the life, and with EU following through as well. It's a flawless start. G2 now 2-2.
And all of that talk that you were saying there about playing slowly, about the discipline stuff, that's what rewards G2 in the round. Asuna goes for a little play out towards A main, baited in there, arguably, by prior round conditioning, and they get this pick. But then they pause for another minute, maybe? And isolate Cryo, who's trying to make a hero play with a recon dart, force him into taking that fight more aggressively. And this is now not the economy of 100 Thieves. We said that this was a must-win map for G2, based on the fact that 100 Thieves are 5-0 on bind, looking outrageously good there. And they're starting out well. Yes, they dropped the pistol round, but since then, it's been very strong and looking to try to take the lead here.
Yeah, they've got the economy advantage, and the ults are going to be building up momentarily. You can see Leafs just one away.
And also the patience, Brent. Starting this round again, the first 20 seconds, just waiting for 100 Thieves to make a move. Because normally, it's going to be that eco team that ends up taking the initiative. They can afford to take more gambles.
Respect showcased at least by G2. I mean, using the lockdown here, even against a half buy, it will clear out any possibility of there being a heavy stack onto the B site. Nanoswarm needs to be deaded as well. Autos Molly sent flying and through. Bit of a light up there onto one of the players in the tags. Paranoia sweeping past. There's a heavy flood attempt by 100 Thieves. Already into the action, but nobody watching the staircase. They just can't quite land the shot still. Leaf, hefty chunk of damage being played, but bit of a pause and a play being called out by them, and Leaf decides to take the fight to them. Supportive util again. Jonah P is a play that we've been highlighting over and over again, especially on this map. Is KO, the way he just sets up and tees up his teammates for those big moments, Leaf capitalizes.
Yeah, really lovely play, because in theory, Leaf might get isolated there in B main on the anti-eco. So G2, they make it a bit expensive by using the lockdown in that spot. But the lockdown doesn't only stop a stack from being a problem, it also means that these close corners inside the smoke, a spot that Vanity, who's on the desk today, loves playing inside of, spots like logs, these kind of positions, they all get cleared out by the lockdown as well. So you could argue, do they need to use an ult like that at the start of the round? But I think playing it safe here and just making sure you convert as many rounds as possible on the attack side, I don't have a problem with it.
No, I think it's a good strategy moving forwards as well. This new era of Valorant, I mean, the amount of thrifty wins we see, I think teams have gotten so good
I was rooting for
managing to win when on half-fired rounds.
What the fuck is Sentinels? Die winnen is...
Ults at the right time, the util combos,
Yeah, dang.
cheeky up the sleeve, so I don't hate the
I'm not seeing.
lockdown.
Sentinels should be...
If 100 Thieves want to apply the pressure,
How is
the time.
How did they...
Operator back online for Cryo. He's finally built up that economy again after losing it in round 3.
Is Sentinels
This is
like
the
their
moment for them
kryptonite?
with the
Yeah, I would say so.
Operator with the Odin online to start. Oh, get rid of the Odin actually, as EU goes for full armor instead. Maybe just worried about Leaf buying Outlaw. I mean, he was buying it a ton.
It's conditioner from the prior series.
That could well be true.
Should see Mike's tweet and say no more Outlaw buys from Leaf.
Yeah, I mean, straight up, the Odin would be better there for EU, I think. Unless he's anticipating some kind of really fast play coming into him.
G2 are very slow and steady. Look at this beginning, just waiting out the initial knife. Now taking up the space over towards A, but Cryo's also the same idea, same thoughts.
Is this not, though, the same thing that Boostio did?
The only danger here, really, I mean, Cryo does have a dash, I suppose, just to get out of there, but no one's covering his top mid angle.
I mean, he's got the turret, actually, watching the top mid angle. So he will get some information.
Won't stop you from Leaf just Giga-Chat swinging out and trying to punish.
Wow.
Spotted. Smoke at the feet, up, draft, and back and away. Okay, good movement from Cryo.
And that's because he knows that there was a player over there towards top mid, but that started the exec for G2.
Yeah, Vanna's going to be making the call for this one here, just trying to cut up those angles. No one's dealing with Bang! He's holding it down in a nice position. Steady aim.
Bang in mission.
And a steady hand as well. It's going to be guiding them right into a round win. Spikes drop down in the middle of nowhere. Drop to the knees as Jonah P.
This is like,
Eventually he will
the
fall
only
as
one
well.
that plays like different.
And so momentum beginning here for 100 Thieves in all likelihood. 30 seconds for G2 to try to recover this in a 2v4.
30 seconds.
Very unlikely.
Probably.
There's a chance for Cryo to get punished early on. And as soon as they realize the op is not holding towards A, they're like, okay, let's send it.
They're going to have time here. 17 seconds. It looked like they're going to make a go of it. Boostio's going to be...
Surely not.
Surely not. I mean, 12 seconds now.
They have the money for it.
Oh.
10 seconds.
Get the
not gonna be able to
stopwatch out,
get in
man.
here.
Get the stopwatch out. I mean, they're bunny hopping all the way in. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Spikes drop down, so no
That
chances.
is
Well, they take another weapon away from Boostio, and remember, it's the economy of 100 Thieves that's in danger here. So going 1-for-1 there and just sending it into B is actually not that bad for them. 100 Thieves, though, needed that round to be able to build a little bit of stability. They couldn't afford the op to be ripped away once again. And G2 are responding instantly here with a tactical timeout of their own. We've only played 6 rounds, and yet both teams have taken a moment to hit the pause button.
That's interesting.
And discuss with their coaches.
I don't really know if there's anything tactical that they could be discussing. Maybe just these anchoring players not having the util to flush them out. Maybe not pulling
Coaches might want to be talking about here. If you think about the flow of the previous round, they used drone, they spotted cryo, and then they immediately went into an A here with the null command. They didn't actually pull out utility, create space for themselves through cat, for example, threaten a split. There was more they could do there to work the map, and I think Valen and Josh RT might hold themselves to slightly higher standards in their attack side calling. 3-3 though, nothing to sniff at for G2.
Definitely doing a decent job of trying to take away this map early on. I mean, this map, Ascent, is defense-sided. We know that to be the case. And it is a must-win for G2 if we're looking at that bind map 2, which 100 Thieves have been so damn good at. So, let's see what they do here. Equal money again.
Everybody on G2 grouped up over towards tiles to start the round. No Odin usage from EU throughout.
right?
I mean, to be honest, most of the time that we've seen them play, the 100 Thieves have not played much Ascent, so not much call for it. And of course, they ban Lotus as well, so the 2 big Odin maps they don't really play. But EU here, with Vandal in hand, backside anchor already.
Boostio's, I believe, just playing that. Yeah, just on the staircases here, onto the angle. It's a cross-map knife. Tags up a few of these players here. There's no other map control for G2. They can't really afford to pivot in any other direction because, I mean...
Remember, G2 ran this exact same round, actually, when we watched them play against Crew.
Yeah.
And they got caught by a recon dart. EU threw a recon dart in.
Right around now.
And realized that Icy was here in Spain, and they had to cancel
told
it.
me to
This
make
time, no
all
recon
someone.
saved for the
I was
exec
doing this
itself.
because
Now all the way over the top. Boostio puts us straight out of the sky. It's
that is it. Nah.
Just gonna dodge and dock and weave away on the Hunter's Fury. Flash over. Beautiful. I mean, just a dart is laying them all up. It's easy
Ooh.
to everybody. With the flood defense called.
No scope 2.
I think that's too much hesitation for G2 there. Send it in after Icy. I understand that you want the Soverall off the back of that too, but a lot of hesitation over towards lane. They gave EU chances to deal with Dicey, dodge the Soverall, throw out a recon, and wait for a flash with which to fight. All before G2 had just walked from the choke point into the site. Of course you want to be playing disciplined, but you've also got to find that killer instinct, and 100 Thieves there just given a little too much space with which to work.
A lot of concern, I think, as well around cryo with this operator. A lot of discussion.
Make one mistake and they lose kind of shit.
Playing in some of the best form
Got pros for real.
in quite some time. He's been getting active.
It's definitely the best cryo we've ever seen with 100 Thieves.
Yeah. Quick dash though. They want to take up tree control here. Asuna is on the line here. Bang follows up and through with the bullets.
Spike down.
Beautiful little swing here. 100 Thieves so damn proactive. With Boostio going down, they know exactly where Leaf is here. Swarm into position. They will not let him get away with that.
Oh, bush.
Bang has been monstrous in spots where his sight gets pressured. A great paranoia. Able to isolate everybody over towards tree, and Asuna as well, anticipating perhaps. I don't know really whether he expects Icy to be pushing him, or whether he's just going for a spam kill through the smoke, but either way.
Oh, you're joking.
One bullet. But look at how good that flash is. Just allows Bang to swing around and pick up 2 there. These defensive setups, they look a little more passive to me from 100 Thieves. They're almost allowing G2 to take map control, just saying, all right, we've watched your footage and we don't actually think you're that good on the execs. That to me seems to be a bit of the read that the Thieves have here.
Again, another round where G2, they don't have any of that spread out map control. They are going to be looking like it's an attempt to split into B. Through mid now. Main control as well going to be gained here just from the drone. Tags up onto cryo. It's a critical target. Going to be removing them away from that sideline, but they still have to worry about the anchoring players. Now cryo pops out the blade storm, seeking a slice and dice his way through at least any available scenario. But Hunter's Fury and Boostio standing his ground into the spot, eventually dislodged. TP from Bang. He's committing into the fight now, at least with the paranoia, but it just blocks up his village in time. Coming straight through back at you. EU now left in a 1v3.
That's on twos.
Not going to be denied. They are weak. Suppresto. Wait for it to fade here. Maybe pray for a couple of spam kills. There's the first one. Obstacle removed. 2 more to deal with.
Revealing area.
Now it's back online. There's only one player that can break down. That's going to be revealing the position of Icy. Shokta doesn't connect. By Valen still, it just separates it, but now left into that 1v1, of which Valen will succeed.
And they grab their
Controllers are really controlling.
Tried to send in utility to be able to fight around. They even ulted back into backside to try to set up that defensive assistance. And it looked like it was going to work until Icy barreled through and picked off both of those players. Boostio goes down to the entry of this newly awoken Jet player. And then this, you know, a great flash over the top from Asuna.
Nice try, Dan. Good damage, good damage. I wanted to say proud.
But Icy gets it done. Scrim Icy.
Our old controllers like
and 4 caught here for
show some shit.
It's going to give a nice indicator. Already you've seen the rotations.
Yeah, look, they're going for the rotate. I think that's an unusual call a little, because the pace that G2 are playing at is not super fast. But they're going to be here in the right spot.
Anything to deal with this one? Lockdown doesn't actually cover that corner. Both Bang.
They're going to throw you
Cryo.
Right?
Really good in this spot. Not just that. I mean, Boostio also has a lockdown of his own, but in his own. But he wants that angle.
No thought.
But yeah, Chae not going to be able to get out of there. Still lighting him up with the cross map recon. Bang.
Got banged up.
Even within his own smokes, and he's buying enough time, at least for EU, to just rain down the ledge.
Yes.
From the on high position, this guy just collected up every kill imaginable.
They didn't lose
Gets
all.
the Odin out, gets 4. EU wasn't able to convert on the clutch previously. You heard it from the guys. Nice try, almost. 11 and 4 now, top of the scoreboard. He was amazing against G2 in Tier 2. When G2 themselves won through Ascension and earned their spot, EU was fantastic against them. He was also the best player when these two teams played up against each other earlier on in the year.
Yeah.
Moments to have impact like that is going to be important. And he swapped out the Odin immediately back for a Vandal. Just doesn't like the gun.
Well, this is G2 just throwing a quick round into the mix here. They've been slow and steady.
He's low. He's low.
All of their attacks out rounds, and they will be punished just as easily. Swatted away. These anchoring plays of 100 Thieves. Stalwart defenders at the sides and even the mid angle. There's no opportunities for G2.
What did you do, Chad? What did you do?
EU's sprinting down mid to look to try to cut them off.
You had to play
Doesn't
this.
want to give them any opportunities. They've only got a ghost and a classic. You don't want to give him a weapon.
Right in the chat.
Looking like he wants
to
to take
do
the fight to them anyway. Drop the
you're
15.
in their position.
Shot down.
Oh.
Has to get out of it. Will be ran down, but he knows where Trent's position is. Potentially donating a rifle, but he just can't quite find it actually.
7-4, the lead for 100 Thieves. If they can get an 8th online, this is a great recovery for them. This final round, really, this is like the knife's edge between a great defense and one where you feel like the attackers have gotten away with a little too much. At 7-5, G2 are going to be feeling great about it. But again, a reminder that from where we're stood, with the fact that 100 Thieves are 5-0 on bind, I know that Vanity leaked that G2 have changed their bind comp, but you're still expecting that to be an extraordinarily difficult map coming up for G2.
The uphill battle.
This round would be massive for them, and they have the tools for it. Hunter's Fury, Null Command. If they can get a read, and Asuna has just walked out instantly.
I mean, this is insane.
Get info gelato.
What is this read? I mean, there haven't been many spread defaults. Asuna though, Wilt.
It's a fake.
Be suppressed. Yeah, a Null Command. Spreading out wide, but Boostio's not giving up this space. Look at this guy.
You knew that
He's gonna be able to
I
hold
was
it.
inside.
Almost expecting it. With the potential position he's in. They're trying to convert it into that mid take as well. Into the B split.
It's about timing.
But they did not deal with this guy. The IGL
Ace
still
could get one. Ace could
well.
get
These
a
bullets
lot, to
coming
be
through.
honest.
G2 are finding these advantages. Icy looking up behind them, and they know exactly where EU is just from that Hunter's Fury that was let loose and let rip.
And now the fake becomes the real take. Those players on A never got stopped. And so now
It's all down to Bang to try to pick up the pieces. He's got no information. I mean, there's an omen ult all over the place as well. People could be literally anywhere, all around the map. It would be an outrageous 1v3 for him to pick up.
Timing.
And I think he's just going to end up
Yo,
exposing
he's
his back
dead.
here to Trent.
First
He's
level, I was
dead.
expecting Trent, which some level of clearance, but just
He's dead.
gives him the easy one. So 7-5 finish here for G2, and like you said, Josh, I mean, this really is a good half for G2.
Yeah, it's decent. 5 rounds on the attack side of Ascent. No matter which way the pistol round goes, G2 is still going to be feeling like they can come back on the defense side. But I think that's the case for both teams. I think both squads will be fairly happy about the rounds that they've put up and their chances of winning.
Nice. 5 round, boys. Let's get pistol. Bro, that's so sad. I was looking at the top.
Trent has sealed up that half, at least with that final blow. And let's hear from him and his thoughts on his team's growth in 2024.
I think with time, it definitely got better, especially with the rookie, with Icy. He's been playing way better. And, you know, we were all I feel like we were all very nervous at the beginning. There was a lot of pressure on us. And, like, throughout the games and throughout, like, the weeks, we started to really find ourselves. And we've had some outside help
It's
of,
supposed
like,
to be
being
Trent,
able
right?
to regroup
G2
and,
Trent.
you know, being able to try to reset in the rounds, even if we lose a bad one or, you know, win a bad one, we still are able to reset. And yeah, I feel like we've been practicing really hard and working really hard to be able to get to here, and it definitely showed.
It definitely has been shown, I think, for this G2 team, because, I mean, expectations just weren't really there. They didn't show anything concrete. I think it was wins and losses,
Remember,
oscillating.
they only scraped into the playoffs here by round differential.
Yeah.
Just
GH by
win-loss,
G2.
win-loss. We
That's
didn't really
supposed
think
to
that they
mean
had it in
Toronto.
them to be able to make this late
Man.
resurgence.
Let's go
They
over
are the
100
first
T
Ascension
Val.
team to
2
make a
more
global event.
wins.
That's history. They're going to be staring across the stage at Boostio, a man who's done so much
Nah.
at the tier 1 level already.
Alright, 2 more
And
wins,
you're
yeah.
thinking about their chances of being right where he has been stood before, on a big stage.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Valen has had these tests.
And
before,
two
right?
more
This
set.
time he's up against an IGL that's been
And
winning, right?
Shanghai.
The winners,
The
EG, they've
G2
gone
needs
far in
only
the past.
2
At least
more
that prior
wins,
core
bro.
roster. Now Boostio is leading this 100 Thieves team to try and do something quite similar, honestly. They're on a tear right now through the playoffs.
7-5.
of the Americas, but they'll be thinking about that.
Almost
and
even
more
at
as we
this
get into the
point,
second
right?
half of Ascent.
I guess. Attack.
You heard it from Valen towards the end of that half. He was like, yep, we've got 5.
That's
That's
easy,
doing
right?
pretty good. Now let's win the pistol round. Now, I want to see what kind of
I don't know.
pistol round strats we've got from both of these teams. There's some pretty classic stuff that you'll see, like bait and switch setups over towards A, which it looks like they're going to get set up into. But it's
both
really
are
the setup
1-0.
on B that we should be having a look at.
100% win rate, to be
And
honest.
as your stats
G2
both
is
these teams
3-0
yet to
and
lose
100 Thieves
on
is
Ascent.
1-0. But yeah.
But it's 100 Thieves that we really don't know too much about, to be honest.
This
And
G2's
it
map,
certainly
if
wasn't a defense hub
100
that
Thieves
Cryo
wins
took
this,
over.
G2 almost
And he's going to
over.
look to entry here.
Right, it's an explosive beginning. Look at this, 100 Thieves just trying to send
Fancy.
it straight, flying through into the B site. That has to be broken and dealt with, and it is just so. Still, the shock tower artillery has chunked down the players.
They're low, they are low though. It's a retake, but it's low.
The feed filled up, maybe potentially here, all entirely. The 100 Thieves.
Hey, they were low, but hey, in that back
What an awesome
boat
call there from
thing.
100 Thieves. With barely any health between them, they decided to go proactively and take the fight to G2. That was a flood defense, and normally what you'll see there is the post-plant team bunker down. They take their position, set up crossfires, and try to stop their opponents. They don't run back upstairs and back up lane to try to fight them. That was nasty good. Utilizing the fact that they had players in B main and tucked logs, those kind of spots. A great pistol round from 100 Thieves there. That's going to set them up quite nicely, winning both pistols in this map. And still not with a dominant advantage just yet, but it might turn into one. Certainly could.
It's
Now free.
one.
An easy access given over towards the A site. The knife is definitely going to be given them that acknowledgement. Heavy rotation by G2.
Their bonus round, right?
Missing the molly, but
They
doesn't
might
matter
win this.
whatsoever. Lassena's the player that you want to load the
Ooh.
ult orbs into, I think, but
Trent
he's
is
taking matters into his own hands.
getting up. Oh, no.
He'll go down. He was the one with the ghost, so he doesn't donate
You
them away.
overheated. You overheated.
Putting the fear of God
Fresh
into the hearts of G2.
Who didn't say that? I don't know, man.
Options are
But
particularly
when they're
limited.
pros, it probably.
Cryo,
Oh,
concerned here
I was
about going
lurking.
down.
Leaf could
Shorty,
take him
shorty,
out the
shorty,
so
like a
easily.
melody on your head,
I
bitch.
think it only did 6 damage.
Shorty giveth and taketh away.
Oh yeah,
Just looking
yeah.
for this last player. They
It's
know
got a
he's
classic.
seeking
I
to
know
deny his
it.
life to the spike, but really just every single spot managed here by 100 Thieves, just trying to
Oh,
hunt down
one
and
of
get
these
every
might
advantage
win
available
this.
for them
Thieves
to
might
try
win
and
this.
close out this map.
I think that was a missed opportunity for them to start loading more orbs into Asana, and they could have had knowledge.
Oh, we can't see that. We can't
basically
see that.
online for this round.
It's
And
9.
started that
Why they are supposed to win this round? This round was their round. They will
I'm not gonna put
full
that one in
fucking buy. They got
to be honest,
vandals
even
and
if
stuff.
you give it a slow-mo.
All of that, like classic shorties.
So heading into the next, 100 Thieves group up tiles again.
Okay,
Boostio
this one's
going for great calls such as hit B 12 times.
100 TVs wins this, then it's 12-10. It's 12 favor, 12 favor.
Orchestrating.
12-6
Pretty obvious
most.
now this is going to
If
be a
100
B
Thieves
coming
wins
through.
this one,
Up and
it's
over
12.
the top, fully blinded up. That util! It's perfection in motion.
Yeah,
Still just punishing
this
any
guy's
attempt to
himself,
try
right?
and flood through all of these smokes.
It's over.
Away, Cryo. A little bit of punishment there. 2v3.
But if
He opened up
100
enough of a
Thieves wins
window
this,
here
I
for
bet
IC to take over.
like 12
Not
favor.
quite.
Yeah, it's
Close
12
position
favor.
locked down here by Boostio, and
Right, so it's over.
difficult decision.
It's
They
over.
got to back away from this one. It was that
You
full
get 10,
investment by G2,
11.
and this is the map now.
Yeah, I'm
slipping
in
away from them.
13-5, right? 13-6,
I think you
yeah,
can see the preparation
5,
already from 100
5.
Thieves. They're going
Yeah, we're
into B
13-5
hits
for
like they did on the pistol. And the next important round, back to a B hit. Whenever the economy is equal. And you could see why. I mean, Leaf wasn't just flash. He was sent to another dimension.
Yeah,
He
that's
was
the word I
running
was
around, rubbing his
I'll
face up
stick
against the
with
wall.
prediction.
No idea where he was.
No idea. And that's
With
the
the
different
power
type of test you're
invested
going to
in
get
me,
when you go up
I
against a team like
say
100
100 Thieves
Thieves.
wins
Put all
this
their eggs in one big basket.
13-5, at least
I
on
want to
this
see a
map.
replay of it because
Yeah.
the flash timing there was just
Ah, yeah.
perfect, and it caught Leaf on a more aggressive position.
Yeah.
I think it is a difficult test here for G2 at least. I mean, they've had to deal with these, individual hero plays. The discipline really carries you through
100
with that.
Thieves
But
going
what
to
do you
Shanghai.
do when all this util's flying forward? Like, what do you do when your
100
defensive
Thieves
setups are getting
champion.
picked apart like this?
No, I mean, look at him. He's walking into a wall. It's like a man stumbling out of club at 4 a.m. He's completely lost there. What a perfect util setup. And catching a player that likes to play slightly more aggressive angles.
Yeah.
You see it in the stats. Leaf has, or the desk was talking about it, 0.9 kill per round. That's ridiculously high production.
Just for a Killjoy player?
For a Killjoy player, yeah, absolutely. That's like, alpha year level of fragging from that sentinel position. But with that comes a bit of an opportunity there for 100 Thieves to get a punish play onto him. And this suddenly is looking like 100 Thieves are running away with it. Boostio did say in the post show yesterday, we will destroy G2 100%. They are not good.
Yep. Call them swines or pigs.
They are not good. Bro.
Yeah.
He doesn't hold back.
No, listen, as insults go, that's quite a funny one. It's not bad, really, is it?
It's dude,
not too personal.
He's got to be one of the funniest players that we've got in the league. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's very unique. He certainly is. I don't mean that in a bad way at all. It's fun to watch him, and fun to watch what he's able to do with this 100 Thieves squad. But yeah, they are running away with it right now. This is a desperate situation for G2. This is the perfect time to try to make some kind of thrifty round work.
And here it is, 4 players. Shoulder to shoulder. Brothers in arms looking for play in mid. All of them joined up as well, just holding inside. Deep Knife doesn't get any sort of acknowledgement, and 100 Thieves, they just take that timing and all that information, noise and sound cues, whatever it was, just defaulting into their A hit.
It's basically free
The
for
flanks. If G2 have any chance, arguably the map, maybe even the series, is the kind of argument we'll be making. Has to begin now, but
or is a postman where it's equal.
Yeah, so
G2 is equal. This is supposed to be